find out when you complete the quest or not. But I have faith that you can do this.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Hey, doesn't it make you read the quest text as well?
Those age things are like, no, I don't know. It gets to me sometimes. I try not to let it bother me.
I always hate the one where they have like the cassette player with a pencil next to it. If you know what this is,
what, if you know what this does, you were born in you lived through the 80s. Son of a gun.
Yes.
Although I do, those are some of my favorite jokes. It's like if you spent hours perfecting your Care Bear stare. For those that don't know, those are all references. Care Bear stare is a reference to an 80s cartoon, which has actually been reinvented recently.
Mm-hmm. Called Care Bears.
Called Care Bears, where these are like anamorphic bears who had like pictures on their stomachs, and they could like do what they do called the Care Bear stare, which is basically line up in like Fire Squad moment, and they just shoot a rainbow out of their stomach, and it does away with the bad guys.
Yep. It
was meant for like 7 or 8 year olds. So
yeah, well that may be a little bit. I would say maybe like 3 to like 5 or something.
I don't know. I mean, I do know that Gilgamesh's son is watching it.
Yes.
Now, and he's 3, so.
Yeah. Well, a lot of that's Gilgamesh trying to, do the whole nostalgia thing. Like, this was cool. This is what I watched when I was a kid.
Yeah. And as long as there's pretty colors, I don't think they really care or really mind.
Well, considering most of the crap they have for kids shows nowadays, holy.
Oh, they're terrible.
Wow, they are bad. And I know that makes me sound old, like, all modern music is terrible, which most of it is. But anyway, but it's just. Oh.
Well, it's really bad as you ever go back. Okay, so Xavier and I were, we're the children of the 80s, as it were, as far as cartoons are concerned, anyway. And so we liked things like Transformers and the original G.I. Joe stuff.
Right.
Unfortunately, if you go back and watch those old Transformer cartoons, you can't.
Do it.
They're terrible.
Can't do it.
They're awful.
They're so campy. No, they are so campy. They are so.
Oh, it's terrible.
Oh, they are really bad.
And so it's just like, you know what? We'll just. And I realized this mostly at the time when I bought the first 2 years of the animated series for the Transformers, and on DVD, and I watched like a couple of them. I'm just like, I just can't watch this anymore.
Yeah.
And so I put it away, going, you know what? I'll just remember him the way I remember him. Is the coolest thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like then again, the Transformers movie. I'm talking about the original animated one.
Like the one that messed me up for my entire.
Well, that's what I was getting to. Is it was probably one of the saddest moments of my childhood life, because of some. I guess we can't really do spoilers since it's 20 years old. But
this movie is like 25 years old. If they haven't seen it.
Right. So Optimus Prime dies in a very like monumental way, and you're just like, and when you're like 4 or 5, you're just like, oh no,
that's not supposed to happen. He's the good guy.
That's not supposed to happen. So in the second Transformers movie, the one by Michael Bay,
Yeah.
and I'll be quiet, and he died, and Optimus Prime dies. I felt a little of that. I'm just like,
Well, what was it? However long ago the 20th anniversary edition of that movie came out, and my brother got it for me for Christmas because he knew that Transformers and everything else. I watched it, and I am a full-grown adult, and I was the time I watched this movie. I was having a hard time breathing. I was so affected by this. That's how deep that scar went when I was a kid.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
A cartoon from the late '80s, basically, made me as an adult go, I don't know if I can do this.
Yeah, yep. Now that's honestly, it's not like this happened a lot with me. Like there were G.I. Joe movies. I didn't really care. G.I. Joe was all about being bad, being bad man, and we're gonna win, and the amazing way they went into firefights and nobody ever got hurt.
That's correct.
It's just like the A-Team.
Yeah, pretty much.
I read a statistic somewhere that said that the A-Team fired like 20,000 rounds over the course of their career of the show. Not a single person died or even got hurt. Okay, so we got everything we needed. We're on to something else now.
So we're on to the power. So let's go up and to the right to go after the tar blossoms and the super sticky tar.
Tar blossom,
super.
So, Phoenix, do you have a cartoon that you remember when you were younger that really affected you in some strong manner?
Yeah, it could be good or bad.
It makes you...
Yes. but it will remain nameless because otherwise it will completely age me.
Oh, because we haven't been doing that.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, no.
It's not Scooby Doo, is it?
Huh?
Is it Scooby Doo?
Honestly, I'm not gonna say.
Okay, no, that's fine. I'm gonna ask you later though, so just be aware. No, that's perfectly fine. But at least, so it's good to know that we're not the only ones who really had that kind of effect on, was not affected
be honest,
by.
I mean, Bambi. Yeah,
Yeah.
that movie. I mean, how many generations has that movie messed up? You know.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. On board with that, totally. I hated that.
All of those, like, Fox and the Hound and Old Yeller.
Oh, yeah.
Disney's made a career.
Fox and the Hound was.
Cry.
Well, that's what
Fox
I
and the Hound
remember.
was
I remember saying something to somebody. I'm like, what is with Disney and killing off all the mothers? Like, what is that?
Well, because we would all be upset if our mothers were killed. So.
Yes. But they don't have to start every story that way, I don't think. I don't think that's a good precedent to set.
A lot of superheroes start that way.
Well, I know, but what does that say?
By a lot, you mean Batman.
No. The Flash's mother died. Batman.
Yeah, Superman's mother, both parents died. Yeah.
Both parents die. Mostly DC heroes, now that I think about it. Well, Iron Man, I guess his mom died in a car accident, but I don't think that really caused him to go
really
all superhero.
What do you do? By the way, you want to use the sword on these guys to get the sticky tar.
Okay, thank you. I'll go do this.
Huh?
Oh, from the corpse.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
My hero.
Yeah, so switching topics at the speed of light here. People at work are asking me about the Superman Batman movie. Yeah, like, so what's going to be the point of this? Is usually one of it, and the other one is, do you know what's going to happen? And I like, or what the story of it is. And usually I go, I don't know what the exact storyline is going to be, but I can tell you exactly what's going to happen because it happens every time they have a Batman and Superman storyline. Right. It's they grumble at each other. Clark and Bruce grumble at each other. They're like, "Ooh, grumble, grumble, grumble." I'm rich guy. I'm like, reporter. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Then Batman and Superman spend a bunch of time beating the crap out of each other. Superman breaks a lot of Batman stuff. Batman brings out the kryptonite. Yada yada yada. Oh my goodness! And then some bad thing happens. That's better than both of them together. They turn and fight, and suddenly at the end of it, they're like, "Whew, good job!" and they shake hands.
Right. I'm glad you were there. I'm glad you were there. Now we're best friends.
Did you announce that this was a spoiler fair? Because I feel like that may have.
To be fair,
that's a super generic representation of it, but it's one that is common in all Superman Batman interactions.
I know, that's why it was a joke. Hello.
And at some point, Batman will use some kind of weapon or armor piece or something that is infused with kryptonite.
Yep.
Because it's the only way you can stand up against him.
Yep. Now, I do not know exactly how Wonder Woman and them will fit into it. I do know they show up, but that's all I really know.
That's a tricky one too. I have a feeling it has something to do with whatever's going on is probably going to attract her attention, because it seems like in most of the comics, the Amazons have the ability to kind of monitor the planet to see what's going on.
I don't know why they think all men are like.
Yeah, but there's a lot.
They're like the feminists of feminists.
Yeah, but there's a lot of women on the planet. They're going to care what happens to them.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, I'm sure, like
there's been a couple of episodes. Actually, this is a Justice League cartoon moment, actually, where there was something was wrong. Like, something happened where all the men got they all got a disease or something. Every one of them, but not the women. And then Wonder Woman was surprised. It's just like, well, I can't believe they do this. It's just like back home in Themyscira. And Hawkgirl was like, well, what do you mean? It's like, well, with all the men and everything, you guys really depend on them. And so first, Hawkgirl's like, okay, first, you can't knock it unless you tried it. It's fun having them around. And so I'm just like, whoa. and Wonder Woman at that point's like, huh. And kind of they left it there, but it was really, really funny.
Yeah, I love when those have those little innuendo moments in kids' cartoons.
Yeah. Well, that's such a common thing now, actually.
Well, they know the parents are going to get stuck there, so we got to give the parents something, otherwise they're going to be bored out of their mind and never let their kids watch this again.
All right. Come on, you stupid! I can't believe you swim so slowly in tar.
Why can you not believe it? It's tar.
I know, but it's a game. I would think they wouldn't care.
Why would you swim any faster in tar? What? doesn't even make sense here. Come on.
No,
Where's the realism in that? Come on.
I still need one more flower.
I need 2 more flowers. And then after that, I think we're going to be getting close to time.
Yes. There's
All
one.
right. Otherwise, it'll take 6 years for your computer to render it. Well, it's just the size of the damn files.
Yeah, usually with I use Fraps, which it's a good program. It's very simple to set up and everything, but you basically once it's set up, it like an hour and a half file like doing this will be 150 gigs or something, and then when I can like process it down and turns into like 8.
Yep.
So,
which is just there's a certain level of irony there.
But that's just it, though. The way it works is it just takes all the information and just crams it into a file. It doesn't filter it. It doesn't do anything. Right. It just says, so basically, the more I'm doing, the fact I'm recording, the fact I have so many monitors, the fact that there's a Skype call going on right now, means that they're just like, it's like just cramming all this information in there. Most of which I don't need. But
right. All right, I am good.
I need 3 more.
3 more what?
Tars.
Oh, okay, so we need to kill more things.
So, Phoenix, are you going to go see the Batman Superman thing?
Oh, sure, yeah. I'm sure.
Yeah. I'm very excited that they moved it up. It's the end of March, so I'm super excited about that.
Yeah.
The end of March now? Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's oddly enough, it's the same day that the new Daredevil series starts.
Which I am very much looking forward to that.
So that's really
the Daredevil,
cool.
that too, but also the Daredevil
Season
movie.
2. The what?
The Daredevil movie is coming out soon.
Oh, I didn't even know they were doing.
Oh, sorry, Deadpool. Sorry.
Oh no, yeah, that's in the middle of February. I can't wait for that.
It's like 2 days before Valentine's Day. I love it. It's so.
Oh, that's gonna be amazing to go see that. I cannot wait. It was. I mean, really, is there a better part for Ryan Reynolds ever?
Yeah. If this does even remotely well, this is a huge franchise.
Oh, it was gonna be massive.
All right, so you got 2 here.
The best part is he just has to be like the snarky self.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you good?
Yeah, I got everything. So Xavier and I are gonna swing back and deposit all this, and so just so you don't have to watch that, thank you for joining us and for the last hour. It has been a hoot as always. Thank you both, Xavier, Phoenix, for being there. Don't forget, Phoenix streams on random time, so look her up and make sure to subscribe to her. Or not subscribe, follow. So who knows? Maybe one day she'll let you subscribe to her. Give her money. I don't know. You never know how that kind of stuff happens.
Thanks, Fear, I think.
Xavier does not, in fact, stream or do anything, but he is if you can find him in whatever game he's playing, he always plays somebody named Xavier. He's a hoot. So follow him around, stalk him, all that stuff.
I appreciate you doing that. The video told me that I should.
Okay, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.
Have a good night.
Bye.